Good evening, family. The people of Salone, this is another edition of the Economy program on True Talk Radio 98.5 FM. As you know, we Economy na weekly program where True Talk FM the host in conjunction with media partners across the country. And we look at issues where they affect Salone people, particularly on the economy, on bread and butter business, on work business, with taxes, and with living conditions. So today back we there for talk about the thing that were important to Salone people. I'm joined by my colleague, Dr. Adams B. Stevens. We're not a new man to this program. By the way, I mean the new person. Dr. Adams, welcome again. I'm not saying you for welcoming me, but welcome again to the program.
Well, good evening, family. You're not right for welcoming because I've been disappeared at the program for a while. I think since January, the first day this way they appeared. Since even December,
okay,
the first day this way they appear. But thank you, family. Good evening.
Okay, thank you so much, Doc. And we, in a bit, we can't talk about Bokut in there. It's in them about the economy, but bread and butter business, and waiting the people them say. Because over the past few weeks, we don't see IGR, the Institute for Governance Reform, don't involve in launching, they don't talk to different players, they don't talk to governments, they don't talk to media, they don't talk to civil society, they don't talk to development partners. By the way, my family, we on True Talk FM 98.5, and we're also there on Facebook and YouTube channels. And you also can hear we on Voice of the East 88.9 FM na Kenema, All Out Radio 92.9 FM na Bo, and Amzas Radio 96.9 FM na Makeni. Throughout this program, you can get way for interact with the program, talk to we, share your views, your opinions, perspectives on the thing that we already discussed. So you can call or send text message to 072 67 64 1729. So, Doc, look at the business of the day. When I watch the flyer, I see, we say they can't talk about the economic performance, we talk about corruption, we talk about President Bio, and what did the people say? What really did this topic they about today?
Like how you see the flyer, Salone people then get what they believe in, what they happen at the country. And we get an organization, an African-wide organization, they call it Afrobarometer. They're headquartered in Ghana, but they don't stay around for 24, 25 years now, Seth. I mean, they start for operates in 1999, they're present now over 40 countries now in Africa. What they do is, after every few years, they go ask people then, how do you feel about your country? How do you feel about the economy? How do you feel about security? How do you feel about corruption? How do you feel about our president? All the country, and the people there, they tell the Afrobarometer, now so we feel, now so we feel, now so we feel. And Afrobarometer, they record their data there, and they disseminate the data there. The objective now for let people then get voice in waiting the policies where government they carry it and the decisions where government they take. Because we know say voice, not power.
Of course.
If you don't get voice, you don't get power.
At all.
The only way we as people, we will not hold position, we not to minister, we not to president, we will able to influence that now for let we get voice in that. And how you go able to get voice in that? That for let if there has to be a medium, we get for let government hear how you feel. So Afrobarometer step in as an Africa-wide organization and they collect this data and actually disseminate that.
Okay.
That would they use that. And they're widely respected, Afrobarometer. I do a quick Google search. We get over 500 government policies across Africa we cite them. We don't get over 1,000 academic citations. These are academic papers where people they write, where they go through blind reviews, peer reviews. We don't cite them. So this the data we're widely respected, widely acceptable in our organization. We're widely respected, widely acceptable by both governments and researchers and researchers stroke academics.
Yeah.
So we there here today with the purpose, like for answer your question, the purpose why we there here today now for talk about the most recent one. Because like I say, they don't do 9 rounds, 10 rounds now.
Okay.
They include Salon in the 5th round. The first 4 rounds Salon will be included. In the 5th round, we happen I think 2012. Now they include Salon. Since 2012, each and every one we don't include Salon. So 2012 then do one, 2015 then do one, 2018 then do one, 2020 then do one, 2022 then do one, and now they don't do this. So these are 6 rounds now for Salon.
Okay.
So today we dey here for talk about what is this most recent round. What is Salon people that feel about the country. What is Salon people that feel about the president. What is Salon people that feel about the police and all these other people that way they actually guide we for go where they steer, where they at the steering wheel for control, for direct the country go before. Now that today I have for talk about today. What is the people then they say?
Okay. I like that part today. I like what you say the people. You know the people back where they school. Where they say they teach you elementary democracy. They say democracy is written government of the people, by the people, for the people. So there's no way we go all strong democracy. There's no way Salon will be a very good democracy if the people and voice not kind inside.
Absolutely.
So I like that part the way you say Afrobarometer anchored on making sure say people and views, their opinion, waiting and say government take note of them.
Government area. And somehow influence what the government they do.
Absolutely.
Because anything what government they do now for benefit the people. So if you want buy water for me, you don't ask me which kind of water I want. What if you come
that's a problem.
Yeah. So
no, then they good. And in fact, where government projects, government programs, when they anchored on waiting people they want, they make it acceptable.
Yes.
You they get what they call demand-centered or demand-driven interventions.
Exactly. Yes.
So it get boku advantage.
Yes.
So I like that one. So Fambulem, when I get opportunity for call or send text message on WhatsApp, or even when I go through with Facebook and with YouTube channels, it's the 072 64 1729. 072 64 1729.
And we'll go tell you now when for begin call.
And
we'll go open the line, we'll go tell you now say the line open now for call.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for that information, Doc.
Yeah.
But even before we go further, now, I see last week, Thursday, I see Friday, IGR, like I have been mentioned, been do some presentation to government, to donors, and to the media and the wider citizenry. So these presentations then, we don't do small video where they can play so that people then go see based on the presentation we have, especially on Friday, to the media and other partners, how the program go. And after that, me and Dogo can sit down now. We go into within all the school we call it the intotos. We go into the specifics. We go into the details of the Afrobarometer report 2025.
And so, if you don't wonder why IGR be they disseminate this information, Afrobarometer they work with partners across Africa. So in each country they get a partner. That partner now they on the ground, now they conduct the survey on their behalf. Then they bring all the questions, they get the method, they can train the partner conduct the survey. So in Salon, IGR Nana the national partner. Yeah, Nana the national partner to Afrobarometer. Yeah. So that the reason that's why you see now IGR they disseminate the data. If you do not IGR own the data.
Absolutely. That information very important. Yes. So we can't talk about the data in a bit. But just wanna hold on. Producer, are you ready for the video? Okay, so now we go to producer them that they can play with short video. We're going to show it happen on Friday. Stay tuned, my family. Thank you so much.
Established some years ago how the policies that concerns all of the policies. So when we that event today, and embodiment of that desire, that ambition that was set for us. So what we do, we bring citizens-driven evidence into decision-making processes. So we are happy to, talk about the partnership we have with the Afrobarometer. I think this partnership started about 6 years ago, 7 years ago, and this is the third iteration of citizens-driven data that we are gathering, dating as far back as 2018, when we started the journey with them. We are here to share the findings, the Afrobarometer findings. A number of people say, if democracy, then human rights. That was in the 90s. But now a number of people say, if democracy, then development. So you can, democracy or whatever governance system that you have can only translate into development if citizens' feedback is actually listened to and acted upon. Because citizens are critical players in the development journey. So today we are here to share round 10. Round 10, I think we've done 5 iterations. Actually, IGR bid has done 3 iterations. The campaign for good governance did the first 2 iterations, and IGR took the baton after we've done 3 iterations now. So that's what Afrobarometer does all the time. So there's a possibility for other organizations to take after IGR and do likewise. So welcome. I just want to say, in the context where we live, data can be interpreted by anyone. But what we pride ourselves to be doing at any time is to ensure that we bring to bear the highest integrity in our data collection and dissemination process. So,
and also with the media, the academia, and basically the ordinary citizen. We started in 12 countries in 1999, and over the years we've grown our footprint to about 42 countries so far. Now we conduct our surveys in what we call rounds. So for each round, we go round, the number of African countries that we want to survey. And when we are done, we move on to the next round. So we've completed 9 rounds of surveys so far since 1999, and we are currently rounding up our 10th survey. And so we've already even started planning for our 11th round of surveys. Now this map shows a snapshot of Afrobarometer's footprint. So like I mentioned, we started in 12 countries, and so those 12 countries are the ones that we shaded red, right? But for each round, we always keep adding new countries. And so the countries shaded green are the countries that we added in round 10. The areas shaded gray are the places where we've not been able to survey yet. And it's usually based on different reasons. It could be because of the political atmosphere. If it's not too safe, we don't know what to put international partners in danger. Also, it could also even be because of the unavailability of reliable census data. Because in every country where we work very closely with the statistical service to map out the immigration areas, and they help us ensure that our samples are nationally representative. And so if the census data is too old or it's not reliable enough, we're not able to conduct these surveys. Now, how do we do the work that we do? We usually say that our samples are nationally representative, and we speak to adult citizens who are 18 years and above. We have a rigorous protocol that we follow to ensure that every adult citizen has an equal chance of being selected. Our surveys are face to face, and we go through sometimes you have to climb mountains, sometimes you have to cross rivers, because we need to get to the people. And like I said, because we work with the statistical service, we try to ensure that, we do ensure that the sample that we have is in proportion to the rural-urban divide and also the regional divide. And so, for instance, if Freetown, for instance, has about 30% of the country's population. That will reflect in the sample. And so if the map that we have shows that we have to go to this particular place and it means crossing a river or climbing a mountain, just so that those people have a say in policy making, we do that. Now, in every country where we work, we have what we call a national partner. And in Sierra Leone, our national partner is IGR. They are the Afrobarometer in this country. So they are in charge of the data collection. We work with them to clean the data, and then they are also in charge of disseminating the data to key stakeholders like you. They do this with support from our regional headquarters. So we have 3 regional hubs, one in Ghana, the Ghana Center for Democratic Development, which is in charge of overseeing Afrobarometer's operations in West Africa, Francophone Africa, and North Africa. And then there's the Institute for Justice and Reconciliation in South Africa that oversees operations in Southern Africa. And then there's the Institute for Development Studies in Kenya that also oversees operations in East Africa. Now, we usually have a standard questionnaire. So for all these countries, we ask similar questions so that at the end of the day, when we are done with each round, we can actually pick the themes and compare the answers that we have, according to countries or according to regions. But we also, for each country, we have specific slots that are reserved for the country. So we call them the country-specific questions. And those are trending issues in that country that are not necessarily,
Welcome back. Done a short video from the event on Friday where we happened at the Lumley Atlantic Hotel, and we basically with the show where the IGR team, before the break, Doc be done, they explain, say, Salone IGR are the national partner for Afrobarometer. We mean say data collection, recruitment, all that here, and IGR the leader. And even after the data already, IGR the lead the dissemination. I make this program here so today. So Doc, you don't give some intro on Afrobarometer. How many people and they almost confident and they and all of that. For this kind of important work here, for this round of survey, almost people, the Afrobarometer team, when I join us alone, almost people then talk to, whose time this be happening?
Okay, you want to talk about the whole method, how they go about.
Absolutely.
Let's people then go understand how they go about actually get this information with they can give it. Okay. First of all, now survey they do.
Okay.
Survey means you send people then at the field. They go meet salon people then, select them, ask them question, then specific question then. Say, what do you feel about the economy right now? Or what do you feel about the police? Or what? So now survey, not to like something will don't happen. Many types of data there. Something that can happen, for instance, profit loss or how much government spend. This now, their performance data, their archive data, but this one actually waiting people then feel. Now Afrobarometer they go directly to the people there and ask them questions. So now salon, now 1,200 people. This last round they interview.
Okay.
And I know say you go ask if 1,200 people, waiting 1,200 people say.
Yeah, it represents because Salon a population of over 8 million. How yes. Can't take 1,200 no more.
So 1,200 adults. So here, that is not the thing about surveys. Think about where you drink tea in the morning. You don't mix that with tea, you don't put sugar there, you don't mix them well. You don't need for drink all for let you know if it's sweet or not. This is not the old thing where everybody they talk about survey, or either tea or soup or anything. You take with your spoon, you take that small spoon, you taste that. When you don't taste that spoon, if it's sweet, you didn't know say it's sweet. As long as you mix them well, you didn't know say everywhere else is sweet. So that sample, that 1,200 people, is actually representative of that 8 million people where they talk about.
So Doc, I like the part where you say, as long as you mix them well. So which method una Afrobarometer and Nigeria use for ensure say
A mix
that
well.
mixture is proper.
Yes. So that mixture, you know, we can call random sampling in statistics. I don't want to really go into that kind of statistical,
I know.
but I will call random. So if you sit down, you say, I want take this number of people, then you get 50 people. You say, I want to interview 2 or 3. You get for doing in a way that 2 or 3 people will interview actually capture the views of all. So one way, the way Salone people then do it, the way Afrobarometer do a Salone, it take this population of Salone, it go over them, it look at the distribution of the population. How many men we get? How many women we get? How many people go school? How many people not go school? How many people go to secondary school? How many people not go secondary school? How many people they live now? What's it called urban city there? Nakedema, Freetown, Bo, McKinney, Port Loco. How many people they live in villages? So they go through all them things. How many people are Christian? How many people are Muslim? So once they don't get that population distribution, so really population there, now they go determine, say, okay, since we almost get 50-50 because woman is about 51, 49 men. Since we get that, this 1,200 people would interview 600 women and 600 men. So that's a representative of the sexes. Then we go back, residents. 44% of Salone people there, na cities there. So 44% of the interviewees, they get for the Freetown, Bo, Kenewa. The rest, they put in their villages. Education. We don't try for education, but still up to 38% of the population not really go school that much there. So their representatives here, now students do that. They take 38% of the people there, now the one who will say they don't go school better. Then the rest, they share now according to primary school 13%, secondary school 37%, post-secondary 17%. So they do also by Muslim, 70% Muslim, 76% Muslim because Salone are predominantly Muslim country, and then we get 24% Christian. If you do it this way, each and every segment we call it, stratified random sampling. I don't want to go into that, but if you divide the population into then segment here, then you randomly select. What I mean by randomly select, you select in a way that everybody within inside that group get equal chance of being selected. That's important. You not go for earmark the person say that this person are going for go select. Okay. Once you enter that group there, you enter with in a way that everybody within that group get equal chance of being selected. If you do so no more, that group, the number, that sample we they end up with will be very, very much representative of the entire population. So that this Afrobarometer do in this particular one.
So that's a rigorous method.
Very, very rigorous method. And
so,
that method.
So the findings so they can present, it really represents Salone.
Yes. I get 100% confidence. Well, then they say they not get 100% confidence, and then get 95% confidence in that, and they get a margin of error of 3 plus 3 minus 3. So basically, what the margin of error mean? When you do a survey, you allow some variability between your sample and you put a larger survey. You get for either select how many people you want to interview, or what you get for the variability between your population or your sample. Not all two you select.
I know.
So once you don't select one, you can look at that calculation now. So in this case, they allow a sample of the margin of error for be 3%, and that give you 1,200.
Then a plus minus.
Minus, yes. So the answer will be in between, and they get 95% confident in this result. Say, me actually will get more, but then get 95% confident in this result.
So if other person want to do other surveys, you go back, you go check the result here, it will be the same.
So if you basically what they say is, if you take hundreds of LEONEANS right now using the same method, you interview them, 95 of them will say the same thing.
Okay, that's very interesting.
Yeah, 95 of them will say the same thing.
That's very, very interesting.
And the question, the answers could be 95 minus 3. So you 95% yes go either say 92 or 98. They fall in between there.
Okay. That's good. Thank you so much for that comprehensive. I know I'm not going to begin statistics.
Yeah, I know you want to go into that
lecture now. So I also don't understand this Afrobarometer data, because then they don't need in this country where even government, other institutions, they say, oh, that's so ABC, that's so Afrobarometer say. So it's like a very credible source of data in the African continent, where people don't rely on for years on public policy, on research, like how you say academia and all of that. So, and very important.
Very reliable, yes, very reliable. I mean, it's trusted. Like I say, I do a quick Google search. This is not a thorough search. If I don't go into other search, then we will get in the academics, what they know. But I just do, we get Google Scholar with that particular aspect of Google, not only academic papers and they publish here and there, then they follow the citations. Where I do that quickly. As you say, there are over 500 government policies inside Africa where cite Afrobarometer data. Basically, the right policy that they say, we are doing this because Afrobarometer says so. Yeah, and we get over 1,000 academic papers. We use the research. We use the data for informed and research. So,
I mean, the reason we make Doc important for all ask these questions. Usually, I mean, Fambule, a good owner, they listen. Usually, where you publish any findings, you know how Salon now. We don't split right down the middle. You get people on this side, you get people on that side. If you come out a certain way, some man go begin ask, hey, who are then you talk to? Maybe now you know somebody go sit down at the mango tick, you just feel this wire. But a good way you don't explain, say, when actually recruit people when I hire them, when I train them, and they're gonna feel they collect the data.
yeah.
So who's telling them they collect this?
This is January.
Yeah, I say March, April.
So now very recent.
Yeah, they say now recently.
This one is very, very, very current. Actually, they capture the current sentiment of Sierra Leone.
The
mood right now in
mood of the
Salon. This particular data, they capture.
Okay, thank you so much. So, Family, may I just remind you again, you can call or send text. I mean, when we open the phone lines, we're not going to know. But you can call or send text to 072-641729. So we're now going to the details of this conversation, which we really care for. Doc, inside August 2018, when President Bio take over, one of the first things we do, introduce a bold program. At the time, people have been wonder, they say, who's I go pull money? But I say, free quality school education in dream. They want let every young person, every Pekin, whether you born at the rural community, you born at village, you born at big town, you go school.
Yes.
They call it free quality school education. So when we ask question, when Afrobarometer asks question, after 7 years, we don't see almost 7 in every 10 Salon people and say, government, this President Bio government, they do a good job on addressing the educational needs of people.
Very significant statistics. 7 out of every Salon people then say they approve what the government they do on education. I think now they tell you 2 things. First, they tell you say, like how you say government spend a lot of money. They tell you say the money where government spend, the investment where government do, and not down on people. People then they realize the benefits. People they fumble, they don't know how the benefits there. They realize the benefits and they appreciate the benefits. 7 out of every 10 Sierra Leoneans when they interview say, yes, the government they do well in education. Compare this to the previous one where they below 50%. So the first thing where this they tell you is that yes, people that they actually feel the benefits of government in investment. But more importantly, though, what in this they always also tell you is that the people then trust government for solve one of the problems the way Salon don't get for a very, very long time, and that's poor quality education.
Okay.
Education we don't go real bad. I mean, many times where maybe they try for go college. For enter, you do O level, you get your degree, you get this. For enter college, that be problem. You know they will get enter college. In fact, O level it was the normal thing about O level was failing.
Yeah, I know. Because I know somebody where they say fail till and get O level name.
Yeah,
somewhere
exactly
in some part of the country.
So those days where you pass, like that the abnormality.
Yeah, but doc, that quiz you on even the education, because despite this number, this is a huge number. Almost 70%, 69% of Salon people say government they do good job. Now, but education will get for break and down. Because free education, free quality education, they only go to secondary school. And now only public schools. Yeah. So you get baku people them. I mean, usually people can criticize government officials. Say, why make if these schools they're very good, them the government officials, ministers, not they send them picking and go to school and day. And then you also get issues that will be done, they come up around, they say some school, they still ask for admission fee, they ask for pay for uniform, for teaching and learning materials, even though government don't allocate huge amounts, over 20% of the budget to this education business.
Yeah, I mean, some of those things are not facing now government approved policies in that individual schools or individual people can always take liberty with certain things. I mean, the government policy is as long as now government assisted or a government school, you know, for pay, right? And there are other parks where you mentioned earlier, they do some of them, they give them books, they feed them.
Yes.
That's the policy. But always in anything, you can forget then people that we can go take liberty and do. And I know say government go know this and they will try for do. But this survey, that not invalidate this survey at all. Because if you look at this survey, 30% of the people they don't approve. Approve what government they do. So so that they tell we say we not for sleep. Because the 30%,
we still get 30% of people. We're not okay with education.
30% of people then they will not decide.
Not a small number.
Not a small number that 30% say we're not satisfied, we're unsure. So that's actually the tell we say government need to do more. Some things like targeted efforts. You know,
and maybe even look at which areas of the country get a number higher.
When I make a targeted efforts, they can actually go there. Some rural areas and they will not go get this. Some schools and they like how you say the parents they don't go enjoy the free quality education because of there's small thing out there they ask for there. So the survey they actually tell we say, hey government, you don't do well. But some people then they still need more help. Go out there and help these people. We need this more help.
Okay, that's fantastic. I think family them important. You know they say the reward for good work na more work. When somebody do something, we applaud them. So who are the people them? Not so we na enumerators, salon people, students them, graduates. Now then come, now then go, now then communities all over the country. And they go ask. Almost 70% of una the salon people say government they do good job on addressing educational needs. Now that question they broad. Obviously there are a lot of issues, but now they wanna say. But when we compare this doc to the other areas of the economy, other sectors, we also do well. Now that we're on the positive.
Where government do well.
Where government do well.
According to the
one, they say preventing or resolving conflict. Over 70% again, 72% say whether not the police, whether not the paramount chiefs, they say that they do well as a government, as a people, as a community for prevent or resolve conflict. 72%.
This is also interesting statistics because sometimes like we can live some part of my life outside abroad. Sometimes when you read the news, you go feel say security is really bad, Nasalo. But for less than 72% approve of what the government they do. This is not very important. In addition to that, like you just say, 64% they say they feel safer because crime they don't reduce.
Yes.
Government they feel safer with government
police
for reduce crime.
Yeah.
I mean, what this they show is that people they get confidence in government in ability. For resolve the problems that they get, where you know go escalate into other things. We know what happened between 1991 and 2001. So people they really get confidence and trust in this government. Say yes, they are doing a good job in that area. But also the second one is they also get confidence in the government. Say they keep you safe. Crimes they reduce 64%. I mean, if you go further, even more than half, 53% also approve this government on health.
Well, body business.
Yes, well, body business.
Well, that's an interesting one, though. Because when you look at the health facilities, I mean, usually if you just want to go to the public hospital, go wherever, if it's Connaught or wherever it is, Upline, wherever, you go, you interact with them. Even when this mpox, they say don't come. The response and how things then don't they go. So this 53%, how you rate them in terms of people's experiences with well body business alone?
Yeah, so given that they conduct this survey within the period of mpox and they still get 53%, I mean in me, I get for give the devil in due. I go say,
or the angel.
yeah, because this is not just statistics.
Yeah.
This now indicators of lived experiences. What the people they don't live, what's that the experiences? Now that thing they say. Yeah. So this now a good indication for government say they are doing good. But however, like how you say earlier, once you don't begin do this, you don't form an expectation. So this the tell us in our government for continue for do more in the kind areas.
And it's only 53%.
53%.
So 47% of people in the way
Yes.
would say government they do too well in some of the area, or maybe less than that.
Yes.
Because you get other parameters of the question.
Yes, but the good news for the government, they go clap for themselves in this is that what thing that they do, people that they notice and people that they give credit to them for that. So that means now they need for do more. People they go for expect more. So that means that they need for do more, and they do it very fast. Yeah.
And it's interesting because with the approach 2028, very soon this government go ask for a new mandate.
Yes.
The opposition will come and say, okay, we're not giving another chance. So interesting, some of these indicators and waiting una the people and say. So Fambulem, una know una lived experiences, una know what una they go through. You get opportunity like I say for call we or text we on this program. You can call the number or text 072-641729. Yeah. So now we can take a quick break. When we come up from the break, we will talk about other sectors, other important areas of the country where this survey look at. Don't go nowhere. Stay with me. Back me family them. Before the break, we will talk about some of the good things them where the survey, what una say inside the survey. Yeah. So we now can look at other areas. I mean, we don't talk education, planning. We don't talk about reducing crime. We don't talk about resolving conflicts. Then even well-body business, where I mean the figures not too bad, 53%. Then they above average. First the way you get 53, you will say I don't pass. Even though you know go clap like the man will get 70, but you don't pass. So now go into the state of the economy. Money business, bread and butter business, doc. I know say this is an area we passionate, but you like for talk butter. So when we ask people say how the economic condition, how money business day, how the bread and butter business day. But anyway, before they ask that question, Doc. So it's not the economy. If you explain it in layman terms, the me fambul me anti na krubola one for understand what the economy mean.
What we say economy now one big term where they take everything into the consideration where how people then they able to live their life. What we say economy we talk about how much they go pay. If what you want, if it in the market or it not in the market, what will they produce? You get a job, you don't get a job. How much they pay you? What you get? You able house they for let you rent. They able pay you rent. Everything where they ensure say we able live comfortable or comfortably. Everything put together. That's what they call the economy. Okay.
Now so the economy na broad composite term.
Okay,
It get bokuti na way involved.
Yes.
Okay, so looking out to what people are saying. So 70% of Salon people say the country, Salon, with economic condition, either fairly bad or very bad. 70%. Una not forget this number. They say the economic condition is either fairly bad or very bad. Now, on the flip side, but Doc, you can't talk about the flip side. But then 70%, 7 in 10 people say
The economy.
the economy is bad or is very bad.
This is not surprising. we get serious global problems that will occur. We, in fact, this very question, if you ask every African country, you ask America, you ask Europe, by the election time, same question. The answers where you get, the number probably not going to be as bad as this, but the answers where you get will be similar. Why? The reason is we get so many global events that will happen, will affect all the economies around the world simultaneously together. We get Russia attack Ukraine.
Yeah, Russia, Ukraine.
Yes. That one, why that one they affect we? Ukraine and Russia put together, now they be the number one producer for grains. Food they what they eat. What did that mean? The price of food they go up. So even if we not to deal with the buy from, but because think of it as one basket, all money put into that one basket, and we side this one of the sources to that one basket, a cut off, what did they say that basket was small?
So in the global,
in the global market,
the global food pay, we not consumers, we don't produce
exactly.
much.
So what you get for pay, the price will go up. That's not one. You know, we talk about we just be the come inside the pandemic. In the pandemic, what's be happen in the pandemic? Because lockdowns they be there here and there, global production go down. But good thing they don't be the produce as how they be the producer. Then in 2022, the pandemic done, we lift all them bans here. Boom, everybody want to buy everything. Now supply exceed demand. But we want to buy things there. We boku pass waiting the people that way they produce, the people producer. So the price go up and up and up and up. Then in 2023, on the back of all these things, there was this huge global inflation. Prices of, I mean, salon will be worse. That they are going for talk, salon will inflation be worse.
Yeah, but because Nanandia ones.
Yeah.
I mean, as much as this they affect all parts of the world, we are part of the global community. But surely, it's in the way we're unique to we small.
Yes.
Is it?
Yes.
Is it fair to say that?
Well, I'm not going to say a unique, but what I go say, the prices all over the world go up, right? So think about this. What would they go buy in China? The price in China go up. What would they put inside shipping counter?
Yeah,
the shipping price go up. The petrol price go up.
And now
now it don't go up half year. So if China it go up by small by $2, the transportation don't go up by $2. The clearing don't go up by $2. By the time they reach here, all thing. So we don't go up a lot more than what they actually they produce. So I'm not going to say a unique. I just say that as a result of the supply chains where we define ourselves. The level of we say the node, the supply chain node. What do I mean by supply chain? You know, think of a chain. Each chain they get joined there. We say they join. So we say we did. Because of that we did
we not receiving it.
Exactly. So because of that, definitely we own prices then will be a lot higher than we say in the common. But for answer your question, I'm not surprised why 70% of the people that they say
you would expect more than this.
I'm not expect more than this, but I'll just put it into perspective, okay? One, I'm not surprised why people then say this happened, because globally this happened actually. But however, again, now go back to even from 2012 we begin collect this data. 2012 was great. Almost half,
yes.
46% and 41%. 46% say a bad, 41% say good. So almost half. 2018, where this government just take power. You know how many? 81% say the economy bad. 81. 2020, where Afrobarometer asked the same question to salon people there, it dropped to 70%. So there was 11% improvement. It dropped to 20. 2022, Ukraine they under a problem now.
So Ebola, COVID.
It got to 85%. You see, then the last one it go to 67. Now it is 70. So there is 3%. So why I go say yes? Government upon government upon government, starting from 2015 to now. Okay, we don't get an by Kuruma Bindi now Madabio. What I will really say, I put it into really real perspective, a balanced perspective. No government don't able convince our unions and say the economy.
Yeah, because if
this curve, if you look at that curve, 81, 70, 85, 67, it almost flat. So Algerians they not get confidence much in the economy. So I feel say this particular question it go beyond whether they have power, it go beyond the government of the day. This now this is now like an endemic question we'll get for us. What do we need for do as LEONEANS for change this? What is each government?
But surely now 5-year mandate and
yeah, but it's just like, I mean, if
so the question within that period, what you can do? But I mean, I can't talk about the thing that we can do. Yeah, look. But this what man call green, the picture not look good.
Yeah,
and not good at all. Family them. What when I say about the economy, but money business, but bread and butter, is not good. It's not good at all. 70%. Family, by the way, will they open the phone lines at 8 p.m., 8 o'clock? Yeah, when I hold off on the calls them, 8 o'clock now they begin receive phone call. I know say the topic very interesting, when I want to talk about them, but we can't talk about them just now. So let's go to another issue. Yeah? On same, related to the economy. But it's a more generic question. How the country they go?
Yes. This actually related to this.
Yes.
The first one say, what do you feel about the country now?
Yeah.
Okay. 7 in 10 we say we not feel good about the economy. But then we ask, I probably want to ask them again, okay, even though you don't feel good about the economy, but how you feel say the country they go? What's the Afrobarometer say?
I don't know that the people.
Yeah, what's the people they say?
When I say nearly 6 in every 10, and 58%, so up almost 60%. Now when I say Salon they head in the wrong direction. That we know they head in the right direction, we they head in the wrong direction. But
I go put this
there's
into
a caveat.
I go put this into
perspective. Doc go explain.
Yeah,
there's a caveat.
Perspective as well.
But these are almost 60%.
Yeah.
And they say, Salon, asks, what you view? You think the Salon they go in the right direction or the wrong direction? Almost 60% now when I say Salon they go in the right direction.
Yeah. The interesting thing about this is 7 in 10 don't say the economy not good. 6 say it will go in the wrong direction. But if you compare this to other times then, in 2022, when are the most recent before this one, you know how many people say the country they go in the wrong direction? 67%. So that means there is 16% improvement in the people who say the country they go in the wrong direction.
So now like when you failed today, but now you don't improve the failure.
Yeah, you fail, but you don't improve the grade. Yeah, you don't improve the grade now.
Now you get D. Now you get I don't know which grade
so, I mean, so the important thing here, we economists, then what we look at more, not to the absolute, not important where we are important, but waiting at the trend. How are we doing? That's more important. So as they look at this, in 2015, then after 7 years of an Nkrumah in rule, 2015, we're almost equivalent to now because we had been 7 years. So you can compare them 2 years. In 2015. 81% of Salonians they say the country they go bad. They not like the direction where the country they go. 81%.
Yeah, but I mean the other people could say part of the reason we make APC laws now for the situation improve.
Yeah. So that they are this on the how people they feel about the economy. Like how you say it improve a lot. We might be your kind of power. Because at that time it almost the two meet. 46% say the country they like the direction. 45% say they don't like the direction. You see, it was
almost
almost equal.
Balanced.
Yes, but then since it dropped back to 65, 67. But what are they look at here now the trend? I mean, if you look at it, don't they improve? It's bad. People then say it's not working, and I don't want to give credit to side credit not due. It's bad. However, what is the trend they show? We say.
That improvement.
Yes, confidence don't they build in the economy. Yeah. People they don't begin trust say the economy will improve. Small, the confidence on the build. And waiting good for the economy now that confidence. Because if you don't get confidence in the economy, you don't take your money and invest in the economy. If you don't get confidence in the economy, you don't take your money and buy a house. If you don't get confidence in the economy, you don't consume too much. You they go begin keep your money, they hide under mattress, on the ground. And so economies can take collapse. Waiting to improve economy, na economic activity. How much we consume, how much we produce, how much we prepare. So, and always in the background for all this is that confidence. How confident we are in the economy. At the moment. So this don't improve. So even though it's bad, the silver lining is confidence don't improve. But this also the tell government say you need for do more. You need for do more. When you come at the back, you become the confidence where people then get in you, be very high. We need for the presidency. Yes, that one day it don't go down a little bit. But the good thing is, it change. People then get more and more confidence. Continue, do more.
So Doc, I want we compare this to the next question, the next indicator I want we look at quickly. Yeah, I know say 8 o'clock they come. Family one call and send text. We're ready for listening to that. So Doc, let's just look people in personal living condition. How you dey live, how you condition day from day to day, whether an hand to mouth, whether you can able to make ends meet and all of that. So 55% of Salone people them say them personal living condition fairly bad or very bad, as opposed to only 33% will say fairly good or very good.
So this question are just a component, a small part of that broader question that we don't look. Because this neither inform the direction, neither inform how you feel about the country. Because if I reach, I get money, I live well, I'm not going to feel bad about the economy. I'm not going to feel bad about the direction of it. Of course, I go like the economy. So this question are a component of that. It's not like the ministry, the bottom, the one where really they affect
the small one.
The small one, this.
But not the direct one.
The direct this one where they actually affect family. Again, I'm not surprised. I'm not too surprised. Let's just look at 2023, for instance. When I like almost it don't just done 2024. We will get inflation rate. Inflation, what I mean by inflation is how fast prices will they go up. At some point in 2023, I think around October, November, we will get inflation rates of about 53%.
Double digits.
Yes. High, very high double digits.
Very, very high.
So you go to, basically, what does that mean? You go today, you go meet something at 10 Leo. You come back, you can't find the 10 Leo. You want to go buy it tomorrow, you go meet at 15 Leo.
There is not 15 Leos.
Yeah. Then that will be the face. Nobody, this not going to affect, because salaries don't grow at that same rate. Salaries, they almost always flat. Salary, we don't begin at the beginning
the
of
money is small, and then you get for spend.
Exactly. We don't begin at the beginning of the year. Where they don't say this now you small raise, we don't get. Throughout the year, what you get now you get. Not to all man get mass now, not to all man get second source of income. And if this you get the same income, but the price they jump, that means you they become poorer and poorer.
Yeah, absolutely.
You they become poor. Because you're not able to do what you want to do. So that don't surprise me why people then go say this they affect them. Because I again associate this to the global problems we will get, the huge global problems we will get, will result into that huge inflation on the back of we did in the supply chain, in the global supply chains, where we go feel the impact more than people that way they closer to the source of production. We put all this together. Yes. I not feel say this is wrong. They actually capture the sentiments of so many Sierra Leoneans.
And they live the experience.
Yes, exactly. People then they feel the pinch.
But
however, again, I compare this because if you want to know if outside the country they go, you got to put this into that historical perspective. Let we know. Start 2015. How many people be say they don't like their living conditions? 66%. 2020, 74%. Now they say they don't like how they live. 2022, it improves small. 2025, this mission to now 55%. So the good news here, the silver lining here is people their confidence into or how people they feel that they live, people their living conditions according to them. Actually, they improve small.
Okay.
It's not they will say anybody want for day.
Absolutely.
I don't go one for day. I don't go one 55 out of 100 people they say they're not able to afford it.
I'll hold it quickly. That is very good analysis. Just compare this way you don't explain to one piece of data. Ask people and for look backward and forward. So we say let's look back 1 year ago and you look forward 1 year from now. How you feel say your condition go there. So interesting, 52% of people say then condition don't bad off today past IBD 1 year back. But 51% back now then say inside 12 months they believe so their condition go improve.
So this they talk about that confidence what they talk about. Right? This they talk about
who's the confidence? Is that government policy?
This they talk about that confidence what they talk about. So I mean Even though maybe we'll not go into that, or maybe we'll go into that later when you bring up, I don't know. But there are some policies where it come to the economy, where government do. We're very popular with the people. I mean, salon. If you want to get salon people, you want to get we all. Put your hand, handle rest.
Okay.
Handle cement. Handle yabas. Handle salt.
That's good. That hold you there. That hold you there. So one question where government do well. I mean the figure still low, but government make the biggest improvement. 27 percentage point between 2022 and 2025. Now for keep price stable.
Well, now that's everyone
people like say government don't do a good enough job.
So I feel this confidence they come up from here, because if the price may they go up, we not open economy, right? We not to control economy. We say government they control things. We not open economy. The prices may they go up, but government take an initiative, call the importers here, and go into agreement with them. Say, hey, we know what you wanna do. We know the price, how they say rest that India owner they go buy or China owner they go buy. So let's go into agreement. When I sell at this point, at this point, or this point. Same thing with petrol. Petrol we still in a free market we get. But government will make sure say from what it did 27, you know they go up and down. What's it bad for the economy? Now the gyration, how it change.
Yeah,
because if you're not able to predict what will happen tomorrow, you're not gonna invest me money. I'm not gonna spend me money. And the economy will go bad. And not too much of who say the price there, if the price high or not. But if you know the change. So the government actually able to handle that one day in the past few
they don't better.
Yes. Not too small. It don't better by a lot. Let's say they tell you say in 2023, month to month you go today something at 10 leons, tomorrow you go na 15 leon. But inside right now, we don't the most recent data we are seeing. The inflation level don't drop to like 7%.
Yeah,
single digit.
Yeah,
that's like one of the best in the world. So as long as you're able to control, let's say a dear, where a dear, a hard forget. But I'm not going where I go today, the price now 100 leons. I go back now, go drag. I get me 100 leons, I can't. They are meters. Okay. So this now, I feel say this way government able handle the price of rice, the price of petroleum. I feel say. The other thing we government do is spend a lot in producing yabas in this country.
Okay.
So long we don't change from importing yabas to actually exporting.
I remember a few years ago we get problems with yabas.
But now we actually they send her out.
Okay.
So as long as no man no heart for satisfied, I tell you this.
All right, Doc. So thank you so much for that brilliant analysis. Family, we will go for a quick break. We will come back just now and continue the program. Now, welcome once again. So, before the break, me and Doc will get some really interesting, insightful discussion on the economy, on our lived conditions and all that. I know say people had all begin call already. So now we can open the phone lines. Like I said, the phone number for call is 072-641729. Feel free for call. You also the on we partner radio stations. Voice of the East, 88.9 FM, Nakenema, All Out Radio, 92.9 FM, Nabo, and Amzas Radio, 96.9, na Makini.
So, like how my colleague they said, the line open now.
Hello, caller.
Hello?
Yes, good evening.
Yes, me na B. Bokari.
Okay, Mr. Bokari. Who's are you the call from?
B.W. Bokari.
Yes,
I
sir.
call from Freetown.
Okay, Mr. Bokari. You're welcome to the program. So, what now you take on all of these conversation on the data we do? What's now your reaction? What you want to say, sir?
Thank you very much. First of all, I want to commend ICF. Me and a person we don't progressively follow and report them at the country. And I categorically say this is my own opinion. Any government who wants to survive, you for take IGL report seriously. I don't listen clearly, and this is a very comprehensive report for the area of the economy. We want to talk so. We will not bring in the situation, the circumstances. We're very correct. We need to agree say that particular figure there, now the correct information now one day. One thing we want to left out. We will make the economy also to get problem and the political unrest.
Okay.
We will shy away investors because when investors they come in a peaceful atmosphere, they get confidence and open up business. We get job at least. We will get you at least daily bread.
Okay.
You understand? Then secondly, all what will happen too. Now the effort what the government will make. Remember, in 2019, the government came after 3 months, they don't put policies in place for implementing COVID cap. But the effort the government make for address them, now they and the base the percentage of either pass or fail. We remember the safety net.
Yes.
And
Yeah, remember, during COVID, yes.
During COVID,
yes.
you know. And we don't also see the mining policy. If you look at more, you know, folks, government don't put in place very good mining policies now. And we don't see, as we did on the part of recovery, you know, the exploitation of the mining sector, we don't see some mining companies. Then corporate social responsibility, like Leo Rock. We don't see how much they give now to community development funds. You know, all this is the pushing down the economy, you know.
Okay.
Of course, not hold on the line too much.
Okay, Mr.
The living
Bokari.
condition, you know,
Yes.
that figure also is correct. And the issue about who is planning the head for. Lastly, the only thing more, it's not going to be significant, it not going to get any impact on the report. Now, the fact that it depends on who that you ask, that's Sierra Leone also. We're not going to forget that fact.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you very much. I follow the program.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Bokari. Thank you so much for coming on the radio. This. Okay. So, Doctor Adams, you don't hear Mr. Bokari. He gets some interesting ideas, views, the political unrest, waste care investors, social safety nets, mining. But before we go to you, Doc, take note of that question. Like lawyer from other caller. Hello, caller. Your name and where you call from?
Good evening. In Istanbul, I call from the Far East, Eastern Province.
Okay, Mr. Kambo. Okay. Sembem Malegon. But how the Malegon? They say when they enjoy it.
Well, we depend so far. More, I even they discuss about health issues. I want as investigative journalism when I do I don't want to investigate by the whole Sierra Leone. If I see one give your headquarters, we don't go health center. If this side for self Panadol, I don't call this over radio. I don't call. But when I say when I moderate the program and I know say send on my good give headquarters. We get 2 primary school, we get 1 preschool, we get JSS, we get SS. Even the any court, now a resident, but aside for self another, you know, this. You want to keep on now, when they defend the health center, one will keep the headquarters of remember, we tell you, but we live in condition is very pathetic. So do you have the voice of the voiceless? I want to continue for talk to the government for let remember we will go health center. Those self commodity inside this kind of condition. I mean, contribution that thank you very much.
All right, Mr. Campbell, thank you so much. Yeah, by God in power, your information could go up to, you know, the Ministry of Health. We're hopeful. I mean, we are registered from Mr. Bokari. We get partners where hopefully they listen to them program here. But Doc, now we come back to the first question. Whilst we await other call, Mr. Bokari talked about political unrest and social safety nets, the mining. I mean, on mining, you know, we talk Leon Rock. You forget about Kwedu Holdings and what's done they happen there. So now you take on some of the views then there.
Yeah, so I agree with Mr. Bokari. Definitely unrest. Like I've been talking at the beginning of the program, where I say, we say 72% they say that they approve government ability for resolve conflict. 64% then say they believe that this government is able to make them safer by reducing crime. Then they will start, right? That day I talk. Then I go further and say these two, they're very, very important for economic growth. If stability not there, like how Mr. Bokari say, he's very right. If stability not there, if I not feel safe, I'm not gonna put me money into the economy. I'm not go buy. I go dig hole and put me money. And this now they store the economy. So he is right. However, within this data, what in this they actually show you is for the fact that 72% of the people still approve government, after all this thing don't happen, probably more people for don't actually approve the government if those things did not happen. So I'm agreeing with him that their unrest they actually help bring back a little bit. Then bring me back a little bit. We said they say 72%. Probably if their unrest they not been there, we for don't go there 78, 79%. Probably we for don't get more investors come in. I mean, these are all research questions we probably will get for do later on. But yes, he's right. I know about the mining laws, the way they pass. We say you get for give some percentage of the revenue to the communities where the mining day, which is very good. I know about Leon Rock, where at one time I see picture they go present this money to, in addition to the surface rent. I know them think that those things, yes, that money there. Then they help. Absolutely, then they help. And we give kudos to government for ensuring that let we share small. I mean, I go let we get more than we get now, but let we get small into what God give we. Then the resources and God don't give we. And it give we all. Let we not just allow people that they can't.
Yeah. So what about Mr. Campbell in call from Malego?
No,
they don't have a health center.
Yeah.
So despite the fact say we say 53% of people say health will try.
Yeah.
But communities they will not get. So do ya, Minister of Health, Honorable Austin Demby, any officials, do ya want to take note of them people and call, assemble Malego, whatever we can do. They say leave no one behind, radical inclusion. So that we try to get as many citizens the services where they need.
Mr. Bokari, I tell you thank you for the vote of confidence when you get into IGR. That means IGR them they do good work. I tell you thank you for either vote of confidence.
Yes, thank you. I miss one for second doc, Mr. BW Bokari. So we thank you. I mean, we like I say, the reward for good work now more work. So we'll continue for do our best. The phone number again, family and for una notice. It's 072-641729. 072-641729. So now we get a quick break. When we come back, we'll look at some text messages if they don't come in. Quick break. let's take another call. Hello, caller. Your name and where you call from?
Yes, I don't know if the rule will allow me. This now EW Bokari for the second time, sir.
Mr. Bokari. I mean, we don't get other calls yet, so ordinarily I would have said no, but you know, we can't begrudge you. So take another bite.
We call from Malego.
Yes, sir.
That is by the figure that's 53. That tells you more needs to be done.
Yes.
You understand? And I think one big thing will come out of the renewed district then will come, like Malego, and with the district, we go draw attention to other community to come closer to them, you know. So let me brother just say a little pray that the process go through the rule of law for the new district, so that remote areas then we know get the opportunity then themselves will able to get them.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much.
It's very, very educative. The program is very educative, and let me give kudos to IGR and also the government of Sierra Leone. Nobody is perfect. This government will be 100%, but the government now, at least the government, that's a good thing. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Bokari. Thank you. Doc, Mr. Bokari came back a second time. He showed you to follow this program really strongly.
Yeah, and I agree with what you say for Led Malegun, the patient. I agree with that, but I also really agree with what you say, because you escalate this, or you try to escalate this to the attention of the Ministry of Health, to the people that were actually responsible. So if anybody from the health ministry will not listen, and obviously Malegun isolated, because 53% of people then say they're glad, but 47% of people there, including that man we call from Malego. Now they didn't say that 47%. So just know, say out of every 100 people, that man we call, there are 47 of him. So Ministry of Health, pay attention to them and do whatever we able to do for them.
Yeah, I mean, amidst limited resources.
Yes.
So family, we're thankful for our support. Whilst we are with more calls, we can jump into another very critical sector of the country. Doc, this study, what man call the elephants in the room. You know, lot about corruption. And how people, Una Salon people, view government in performance on control of corruption. Doc, you know, say from where President Bill came in 2018, the fight against corruption are one area where the president don't get a lot of kudos. We even make the commissioner, you get award them locally, outside Salon. Boku, not so? So we even see, as a result of the work we do on controlling corruption, Salon qualify for the MCC Compact, that grant. So Dogo can explain that a little bit. But today, the data is troubling on how we do on the fight against corruption. Doc.
Yeah, like how you said, this is not the elephant in the room. Corruption is a bad thing. One of its effects there really is they increase the cost of doing business beyond waiting anybody can see. If an investor one can invest, waiting they plan for now the things that we not the legal things now that's what they plan for. But then when it arrive, their hidden cost, corruption, it creates a huge hidden cost. So their hidden cost, then all they increase how much they able to do business now, and they end up in waiting we pay, we the consumers, and any corruption will happen. Not say because you did down there, you know they affect it affects you because the final price that we pay. So corruption is bad. Now come back to the question on how we are doing. This particular question we will talk about is how far would then whose confidence they get in the government for fight corruption.
Yes.
And this don't they change over time. Right now, you say about 53% of Sierra Leoneans, they don't get much confidence in this government for fight corruption. 44%, they get some fairly good confidence in government for fighting corruption. This goes back because this government campaign in their first inning, one of the campaign mantra was for root out corruption and return the economy to some level of sanity.
And Doc, yes, I don't talk say this it trouble you small. I mean, we're all concerned. corruption, the fight against corruption, now I don't take the biggest hit. When you look from 2022, where Afrobarometer last collect, do this survey, to 2025, 3 years ago,
14
the
points.
Fed 14 percentage points, now I don't drop.
Yeah.
So first time we dey see whether report here come ACC, they can receive am, and then do the new release and talk about how well they do. But in this case, people say the effects it don't take small benefits.
Yeah.
So I just want we talk about what do you think they don't contribute to this?
Yeah, so let's go back first into the historical perspective. I mean, I'd like to put everything into that perspective. Let's see how we do as a country. 2015, at the back of Ebola, we all know they eat Ebola money, this and that. The people that confidence or what people that view the country, the government for corruption will be very, very bad. We will get 50% gap. 69% of the people they say the government not they fight corruption at all. Only 19% of the people will believe it. So 2015 that the worst year since Afrobarometer don't begin collect this data. But moving on into 2018, like how Abi they say, this government will campaign on that. The confidence, the people's confidence in this government for fight, they believe in this government for fight corruption. It'll be very, very high. 66% of the people they say yes, they be approve of this government in fighting corruption. Only 26% of people don't be approve of this government. What will happen? We say it's troubling. So me, like I be tell you in the beginning, say not to the absolute number are important. We say they, but not to that more at the local. And the trend, how are we doing? And if you look at that, we don't steadily fall. We don't steadily fall. We come off from that high of 66% approval, 49%, 58%, now down to 44%. This is troubling. And why this is happening? So these are the questions where I feel say, I don't feel, because this data don't look into that. People, ask people why this is happening, but this now, I feel say this now eye-opener to government, because you campaign on this, you promise for deliver this, you appoint somebody where if you say go deliver this. So this I feel say now eye-opener to government, for let us say one of your campaign promises where you make, you actually know the achiever. But why is this happening?
That's the big question.
why
Because
people they lost confidence in
between 2018, like how you don't see, you don't look at the trends. We do so well, and then we don't drop. And between just January or maybe 2024 to now, we don't get. So don't forget these surveys. Now people are they go talk to.
Yes.
And these people like how they listen, they listen to radio. So when allegations come around,
Exactly, those are the things.
the clerk of parliament,
Yes.
maybe people don't listen.
Yes.
Where other allegations come around, this or that, people listen. We even the about political ambitions of certain key officials, people they still listen.
So you
In
don't
your
answer-
opinion, you think
No,
so?
you don't answer the question. So one thing I get for say is everything get context. Ordinarily, if people are doing well, if people are satisfied with their living conditions, they don't really pay attention to most of these things. But think and say you dey struggle for buy you one corporate, you dey struggle for pay you rent, you dey struggle lights no dey, net can light no dey, they can all them economic problems and they. When then you say this they compound how you feel about what the government they do. So when then you say they do bad, then you hear say the clerk of parliament, for instance, create job for a woman who say, then that's to amplify how you feel the government they able to handle corruption. And there is also that perception say, this is real, this is not real perception because this is not people they say. There's also that perception say, anti-corruption commission, it don't become how it been in the past. Basically for just target who do not agree with it. So if you are corrupt, but you did at the same party, they go light on you. And if that they happen, if the clerk of parliament like how you say do something and that is not come out inside, there is no prosecution or anything, then yes, they enforce that belief say this government here not get ability to fight corruption because come on, if not opposition they go follow, but if not to opposition then they look the other way. So those are the things that were actually one, the poverty, the endemic poverty where they persist, the bad economy where they persist somehow that one there, and then bad news there where they come and say this person they do this person they do this, and there is no, not just the news, but there is no follow-up action from anti-corruption.
Either it did, but not adequate.
Adequate, yeah.
Or in the eyes of people, therefore don't do more.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So I mean, just for put that into context, by now we don't say the opposition say they don't withhold their attendance in parliamentary sittings, in parliamentary activities, because in their own words, the clerk of parliament don't go for political position, and they feel like it's in position, it's no longer tenable, for run as clerk and become secretary general of the party. I mean, that not get any bearing into this. I'm just, I just bring up.
I hope they go look back to within the Salon Constitution. Say, if the Constitution allow you for hold, so okay, there are two parts to this, right? Legality and morality.
Yeah.
Is it legal? Maybe yes. Is it moral? I don't know.
That's a question for another day.
Yes.
But it just you like for contextualize, and that's really good.
Yeah.
I think let family remember back in 2008 when President Nkrumah came, he gave the Anti-Corruption Commission huge prosecutorial powers.
Yes.
Because first thing, the commission will get powers, but they were limited. So now make all of this a really troubling. Yeah. But I'll not go further.
But where President Buchanan actually even give them more powers beyond what Nkrumah be given. I think was it 2019?
Yeah, there was another amendment.
Yes. So you actually give them more powers than the power with them.
Yes, I mean they now get the cable going to settlement arrangements and all of that. Yeah. So I see we get another call. Let me just pick them quickly.
Okay.
Hello, caller. Your name and who's you call from?
This is a retired principal bar. They call from Kenema.
Okay, Principal Bar. You're welcome to the program from Kenema.
I want to tell you about putting for this program.
Okay, Principal.
I just want to why makes people that get the perception of saying every government now 10 years the rule for. After the 10 years, there might be a change of government, a regime change. So what do you mean they suspect? Any government will come, the second time is brother and they corruption to
okay.
And one thing I disappointed in this current government, when they come in 2018, then they form that transition team, then they find a lot of people wanting for corruption, the past government. But from that time to now, we not see nothing they happen with that people then. So it's like it's business as usual. So the one they say we did it now, some man they feel say, so then at last 10 years the big new governance, all man they kapu no more now. So I want, I think for the trade from that kind of thing, any government will carry power, they investigate one day the beginning. They probably want to pay the money back to the government coffers. But my brother, from that time when they make that report, they hire people that they can't spend but money for investigate people there.
Okay, the GTT report.
I don't see better think of one side. Tell us on Monday, they're not even invited the police. They're not going to go there.
Okay.
So, which how they go? As a
all right, Principal. Thank you so much for your contributions. We thank you for coming online this evening. Doc, you're here for Principal. Principal na seasoned administrator at Kenema, the head of a school. In your view now that the feds don't...
In your view now that some people they feel say they are term limited. Come 2020, they're not going for the power again, so they're not going to get access to these resources. And so they want pile up. Who make him pile up. That's his view. And in a citizen, I'm not going to say his views valid or invalid, but in view that you get right.
You get right to your opinion. And before, whilst we go on that, I know say we try for wrap up now. Doc, here's another troubling data, but this is some of our non-new. The most corrupt in Fambula, in the views of Una the people, in una own opinion, the most corrupt institutions that's alone, the police, business leaders, where we can call the private sector, members of parliament, so the police 73, business exec 51, members of parliament 49% of people, tax people 49, local government councillors 41.
So the police are not too surprising. Not because I feel say the police they're endemically corrupt. Not because I feel say they're supposed to be corrupt. But because I feel say that they deal directly with the people, with the citizens. anybody they go interact they interact with police, and the person way they interact with more, now you either the whole responsible or irresponsible. But in addition to that, actually, I mean, we see we see some, for instance, so many checkpoints everywhere and there. Even if they drive, they stop you here.
Oh, they beg you money.
They check for nothing.
Yeah.
When you put your glass down, hey, pa, wait till they go on now.
Yeah,
we there how. You give them that, and that's small things then. They add to the cost of doing business. Yeah. They add to the, because that means 2 minutes, 3 minutes where you don't waste, valuable to me. I can do something else with that.
What about business leaders?
Yeah, that's the surprising one, and that's the troubling one.
Because now the business, they don't even beat MPs.
Yeah, so that's the surprising one, and that's the troubling one, because this is the private sector. When they talk about corruption, we all know most often they think of public officials, government people, this and that. But now, when they can't do business, you're a private person, then you can be corrupt more than the parliament. And this is actually very troubling. And this they tell we say, probably we need for rethink about how we get for confront corruption in this country.
But wait, so Doc, could it be that lately we don't hear about it is fear? We then see some oil marketing companies, then they in collusion.
Yeah.
Some go reduce price, some ASAM. We don't hear about the telecoms.
Yeah.
The money business. And is it, could those contribute?
So that's those are the sources of corruption, because they are not acting in isolation. Their corruption, where it come up from is maybe even in some instances, not a government official, they can't solicit bribery from them. They offer.
Okay.
They want, for instance, we don't hear it say, then they try for bribe the government and do this. But one thing I just want to add to corruption.
Sorry, let me hold you there. Before you add anything, we they try for wrap up now. We get less than 1 minute. What can we do? I'm not saying that the bigger question than this. So what do we for do as a people? Family. Let's continue this conversation. What can we do? When I engage with social media handles, all of them, when I continue we talk about these issues. What can we do for confronting issue here? For ensure say Salon they go in the right direction. For ensure say the fight against corruption, it takes trade road and all of that. What can we do? Doc?
We all get rules for play. But at the start with this corruption, we don't give me chance for talk. Are they talking about? Most of we fight against corruption. We get around towards not disincentivizing corruption, but punishing corruption. You understand what I mean? When somebody do
punitive action.
Yes, exactly. We punish
instead of prevention.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But how we go disincentivize corruption? Take for instance one small NRA collector.
You get less than 1 minute.
Yes, one small NRA collector. That man they collect 1 million leons a day.
And we even see the NRA pull notice on Friday and all.
Yeah. So doc say that man they get the authority. Government don't get the authority for collect up to 1 million a day. So that means over the month they collect 30 million a day on behalf of government. However, through other 30 days, we they pay that man 1,000. So why should they look at punishing people? Let's also look at how can we disincentivize people from being corrupt.
I mean, if you talk to government person, they go say we get wages and compensation commission now. But family, time don't catch up with we. I want to thank all of we callers, all we listeners, all of you we within our radio, we watch we follow social media handles. It's been a very interactive program. We thank you very much. Thank you. Until we meet next time, Mina Hassan and Doc. Now we two be there.
We two be there and
in the room.
Fruitful conversation.
Yes.
And we'll go be here again on Sunday next week with another with another topic will affect we all as LEONEANS.
Absolutely. Thank you so much and see you all next week. Bye bye.